So I spent the last week trying to decide whether I wanted to make two videos breaking this topic down or one video. I've decided we're going to cover the Netflix deal. We're going to cover Dana White alluding to what it means for the UFC, TKO, and the sport as a whole, and what I want to see from this Netflix deal. Spoiler alert, it has to do with face-to-face interviews. You remember those? You remember? We did it with Jorge Masvidal and Darren Till. I haven't done it since. But, yeah, we're going to cover that. We're going to go through the numbers, the the pay-per-view numbers falling off with Cliff this year, and then we will move into the White House card in my next video. So, um, yeah. Now, I'm going to play this video for you. Um, I need to back it up a bit. And, make sure. Alright, okay, we're good. So, this was in Dana White's announcements where he announced all these big fights. DDP, no, he already announced that. He announced Pereira Uncle F2. He announced Gone versus Aspinall, or I should say Aspinall versus Gone, but I'm just gonna play the clip.
Canelo versus Crawford is live and free on Netflix September 13th from Allegiant Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Live and free, unless you don't have Netflix. And if you don't have Netflix, what the hell are you doing? Get Netflix right now if you don't have Netflix. You live under a rock or something.
Get Netflix right now. If you don't have it, you're living under a rock. Yes, because us, as the MMA community, a bunch of morons with cameras, respectfully, I'm one of the morons, I've been breaking this down and discussing this more than the CEO of this company, more than anybody in the company. And I get it. You have to do the deals, you have to do this, you have to do that. But again, you could talk about what you want to do in your next deal. Since I'm gonna go here immediately. No, this is the wrong one. Right here. Past events in 2025. We will go back to the pay-per-view numbers. Um, but here. Hallway 43, 18,000 attendance. Everybody watched that because it was Poirier and the Hallway. Poirier's retirement. The most successful, the most well produced card we had. We had all the clips for Dustin Poirier throughout the card. Why are we not doing that with, clips of the fighters going back to back? Where did that go? No, we just need to do exactly what we do on the Day One Contender Series. But yeah, Lewis versus Teixeira. It was a decent card. Taporia, Oliveira, probably the best card international fight week. We knew it had to be big. Hill versus Roundtree was good. Buckley versus Usman was good. But you see, 17, 17, 19, 17, 14,000. Again, that's an Azerbaijan card though, so I don't really know much about that. We need to get out of the UFC Apex. We're moving into 2026 here pretty soon. Why did we have Burns versus Morales in the Apex? I do not get it. Michael Morales is going to be a major star throughout his entire run in the UFC. This is a guy that you should have been building. You should have been doing promo packages throughout the weeks, throughout the card, talking about how good Burns is and how insane Michael Morales is. But again, I'm kind of jumping over my points here. But 315 Bilal Muhammad. yeah, well, JDM won the belt. That was a decent card. But yeah, you see here though, like we have like sporadic good cards, and then a bunch of meh cards, like Cejudo versus Sung Yadong, Vittori versus the Wednesday. I don't want to see cards like this anymore. I want to see the UFC go balls to the wall now. I want to see them schedule events. I want to see them making more events like where is it here? Where'd it go? Um, okay, I'll just go to UFC 321 so I can't find it. Like this event, right? This is how you stack a main card. Aspinall versus Gone. Aspinall finally getting a chance to get a undisputed title defense. I don't know why we're giving Cyril Gone another title shot after he he lost to Alexander Volkov. But we're gonna have Volkov in the co-main event against Jolton Almeida. Well, what a really good way to do good by him. You really did good by him. Um, well, I don't know. Maybe it's just because Terrell gone, fought Francis, fought Jones. I don't know. I don't know. But again, moving in to this Netflix deal, I don't want to see any cards like the cards we've had over the last 6, 7 months, however long it's been. Now, I pulled up this website. Do I know if it's credible? No. Do I really care if they have accurate numbers? No. But I wanted to pull this up. So, Netflix, right? As of the 1st of January 2020, or December 2024, my bad. 301,630,000 subscribers. Amazon Prime has 200,000. But again, Amazon Prime, obviously they have good stuff. Jack Reacher, The Boys, all of that. But again, you're also getting the shipping, or free shipping, fast shipping, and that. Disney Plus is, as of March of 2025, barely a third of what Netflix is, and it just goes down and down. Paramount, which Paramount is fucking amazing. That is the one I use. Paramount, dude. Tulsa King, Yellowstone, Mary Kingston is my favorite land, man. I'm getting off topic. But the point is, right? We live in a streaming era. Most of you, including myself, you have tons of these, or you use your parents' login. Shout out, mom. But right? Netflix is the one that everybody has, right? And they obviously had the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. And what else do they have? WWE, which is owned by Endeavor, which is under the same TKO brand as the UFC. This is why majority of us have known for the last year and a half, ever since WWE signed their deal, the UFC will follow suit. And now we know that this would probably kick in October. So maybe Uncle Ike versus Pereira 2 would be the Netflix debuting card, which would be a phenomenal card. I think it is a pay per view so far. But again, I feel like they're gonna get rid of pay per views except for 1 to 4 major pay per views a year. I don't think they'll completely get rid of it, but I do think majority of the fights will be on Netflix because again, it's a streaming service. They have been bringing in billions and billions of dollars for how many years now? This is going to it is going to demolish, and that's the wrong word. It's going to explode the viewership of this sport. You're watching an MMA YouTube video. We got Guru, we got Jesse on Fire, we got the Weaves going man. We have a ton of random people on the internet, including myself, making followings talking about this random cage fighting sport. This Netflix deal could elevate this company to being the biggest sport in the world. I think they can surpass the NFL and NBA. I genuinely do because fighting is worldwide. Everybody knows fighting. Everybody deep down loves fighting. And we're gonna get into, you know, the end goal. The end goal is the White House card next year. Do you not think Netflix, regardless of what their political opinions are, do you not think they want a piece of that? Do you not think that to make they are going to make a shit load of money? This is going to smash every kind of record. Pay per view, viewership, yeah, I mean, audience attention. All of these, statistics and all of that. It's at the White House. It's going down the Washington Monument and the White House in the background as you watch two people try to break each other in a cage. Everybody is going to watch that. For now, if we're going under Netflix, pretty soon here, maybe in October, maybe sooner, get interviews going. Get more documentary series going. I want a documentary series on Volkanovski. I want a I want a documentary series on Francis Ngannou. Give that man a series. Give him a boatload of money. Francis, you're bringing back Francis. I don't care. I don't care. You had to bring him up in his interview with Tom Aspinall. Shout out to Struve, man. Wonderful interviewer. Um, but again, I want interviews. I want documentaries. I want something that, your casual Karen is going to scroll through Netflix, watch this documentary. Like Tom Aspinall, right? My mom, who obviously she's known about the UFC forever. My dad was into it. I'm into it. Um, but this is going to make it so everybody knows the brand. Everybody knows the fighter. The way it was back in the day when Chuck Liddell came out, when the Ultimate Fighter happened, when all of these Tito Ortiz, Rampage Jackson, those stars of the past, they won't compare to any of the numbers that the newer guys are going to bring in purely because of the generation and era we're in. We're in the streaming era. It'd be really cool if they integrated a Fight Pass into Netflix. I gotta be honest, if they did that, I would probably use Fight Pass more often. Like, obviously, I go back and watch fights. Not as much as I used to. But if it's under Netflix, man, oh yeah, I do. I will probably go to bed. I've actually done this. I probably fall asleep watching, those old BJ Penn, Frankie Edgar fights, Diego Sanchez's fights, Nick and Strikeforce. But it's going to be big, man. This is going to put the UFC in the position that Dana White has always wanted to be the number one sport. And that is insane to say about a 30-year-old sport when the NHL, NFL, NBA, all these sports have recently hit their 100-year mark. Or, I mean, baseball has been around for, ever, right? But, yeah. Let me know, what do you think down below? Where do you think Netflix can bring the UFC to? How much viewership do you think the UFC can get from the 320 million viewers? I would be shocked if they can't get at least a third of the Netflix subscribers, 100 million people, to at least view one card. But that's what I think. Let me know what you think down below. I am going to record my video on the White House card. Would you like to watch after this? Because now you know how this Netflix deal will go down, what the potential is. I'm going to talk about how you build into the White House, what I want to see, and the matchups I want to see. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Later.